Papa's got a poop.
Let it go. Let it go.
Don't sniff my shoes, dirty hole.
I can't even let one go. If I let one go, I'm gonna be letting the whole order go.
There you go.
What's this?
What's what?
That's me uploading the video, opening a new tab. Country Butcher.
Let me see that. I'll open it.
Yeah, you better hope you.
I hope we got enough internet, because I sure don't seem to.
You better hope you got enough
Here.
sound going on. Because what I'm fixing to do
Oh,
in
shut
the
up.
bathroom is considered a war crime now.
Shut.
Get out of the way, Kane. This internet sure is slow these last 2 days.
Let's see. We got to. Give me just a minute to get. For some reason, it's not loading very quick.
Real gentleman man. Look at him. He's just. It's like he's eating off a little plate.
When there's rain,
There's thunder! Take the whole. Don't eat off of it, just.
Don't know why this is taking so long tonight, everybody. Please hold on. I see Carlos in here, very grainy. It is. I don't know what's going. It hasn't grabbed a hold of. Hold on just a second,
Do you
please.
have it connected to the internet now?
It's not come up yet, so I can read the comments. So give me just a minute. What?
Check the Wi-Fi. That sucks. Dirty.
All right, I have. It hasn't come up, but Daniel says happy Thursday, everyone. Carlos says what's up, y'all? Pops R3. Carlos says very grainy. I'm sorry, we're trying to get it fixed. Carlos says what's up, Justin? Robert says what up? Is this Robert? This is what up? This is Robert's Herzberger. Hello, Robert. Mike said hello and congratulations on 25,000 views today's live. Yeah, that was awesome, wasn't it? Richard B said,
Get up here.
I don't know why I'm. Richard B says hi, boss. Carlos said what's up, Mike? Ant says waving from Greece. Hello. It says hey Greece. Richard B says hi, Mike. Carlos said what's up, Richard? Richard B said big boy toys. Basketball game tray says zip it Jew. Oh well, appreciate you feeling that way. I do. I appreciate your comment. If you don't like what you see, please keep scrolling. Richard B says hi, Randy. Mike says hi, Richard. Layla says, hey, you're finally on. Yeah, we went and had a good dinner with Randy and Justin. It was very nice. We worked all day, so we treated ourselves to something to eat. Robert said, tell Randy hi from Robert. Hello.
hey Robert.
He's hollered in the background. Clayton says, 7 deadly chins. There you go. Blah, 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 blah. And for some reason, it looks like it's froze. But it's not on the thing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here.
Maybe you have a pause. Yeah, you do. You have. Oh wait, it's on pause. It might be the internet on the computer.
All right, right there, it looks like 7's moving. All right.
Kane.
Kane, listen at me. Clayton says, Mike says, hi, Carlo. Nelson DaCosta says, do you got beer in your freezer? We do not. We don't drink. Kelly says, what kind of dog you have? It's a Great Dane. Robert says, ask Randy, can I wear my work shirt?
Yep.
He said, you sure can. Kelly said, hi. Long Wolf says, this dude looks like he would get into a bar fight and didn't start the obituary. Everyone okay? Richard B said, hello to the grandson and the dog back in the couch. That is actually my son and the dog, my youngest son. I'm not that old. I know it's kind of looking grainy, but it ain't that bad. But anyway, thank you, Richard. Mike says, what you have for supper? Steak? Nope. Steak's Friday night. I had whitefish. Justin had a burger, and Randy had whitefish also. I am way behind. Why won't this thing catch up?
That does it on my phone sometimes where you can't just speed up. Oh wait, now you got it.
Alright, Olivia says, hey y'all, hello Olivia. Richard B said, I said wrong. He laughed. No, it ain't a big deal. I thought you just playing. Richard said sorry, and he's laughing. Oh, it's all good. We can take a joke. John Deere said, what's up, Randy, and get your oldest son turned on slow-mo. I see somebody using it. I have no idea. Kelly says, I mean your son. Robert says, tell Randy I get my work shirt on. Woohoo, he said. Nelson DaCosta said, I thought you are Steve Austin from WWE. That's the reason I asked you to do beer in your freezer. Okay. Lovely said, hey, hello, Lovely. Man, this internet's messing up bad. U.S. man Ali says, do you prefer pecan pie or blueberry muffins? I do not like blueberry muffins. I will eat pecan pie, so I guess it would have to go with pecan pie. John Deere says, slow-mo for YouTube chat, Randy. Sorry if I confused you.
Oh, for when there's so many people chat.
Oh, okay. Robert said, tell Randy to come here. I'd like to see him. He's doing some very important paperwork right now.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah. He's dropping the kids off.
Valu 9564 said, God bless the USA. John Deere said, you sound like a cartoon. Woohoo, woohoo! Richard B said, hit the like button, please. Devin Karma says, we love you and we love you. Shadow Band says, still got the flu, brother. It's rough this year. Kevin says, you're a true man of people. Well, thank you, Kevin. John Deere said, Val, no politics. Jane says, hi, family. Hello, Jane. Nelson DaCosta says, would you shift to Greenland if Trump buy it? Nope, I would not. I'm staying right here with my kids at this building. Now, I might go to the New World. Raymond Enjoyer said, what's good, Stone Cold? It's all good, man. I had a good day with my kids. Just wish Stephen was here. Robert said, you get my chair in your office? I'm working on it. Richard B said, Jane. Lovely says, hey, little Randy, I've been coloring this coloring page, and it's supposed to look like Kane, but it looks more like Lisa Frank designed of Kane. All right, cool. Mike said, I'll be telling your internet provider that you want some of your monthly premium back. No shit, it sucks. Which we do have a video uploading, and it's not, I ought to pause it to see if it'll help.
Oh, God. Don't go in that bathroom.
Charlotte says, Happy New Year, 2026. Hello. Jane said, hi, Richard. John Deere said, oh, crap, it went blurry.
Oh no.
Carlos said, hello, Jane. Hornby Man said, do you like Netflix? If I watch anything, it's probably going to be on Netflix, yes. Richard B says, Long Wrench. Hello. Jane says, hi, Carlo. Robert said,
Nasty hoe.
I just about threw up.
Aim for him.
Robert said, what we have for dinner tonight, Randy? I had Alaskan whitefish. That's what Randy had, and Justin had a hamburger steak.
No, it was a
Black Angus
yeah.
Burger.
burger.
What
Black
church you
asshole
went?
burger.
Yeah.
Ampass said, Ampass says, hello, can you please praise Allah for Compart Connect? Yep, I messed that up. John Deere said, what it's all about being with your family. That's right, John Deere. I'm gonna tell you, I've kind of had everything taken away from me on my family ordeal here. So this was very nice today. It was well worth being a little late to live. I do apologize. Enjoyed it. David said, what state are you in?
Depression.
We are in Denton, North Carolina.
The
Daryl
city
said, tap, tap. Hello, tap, tap, double tap. Charlotte said, do you have a boyfriend? Just you? Dreamcast said, gamer grandpa. Lovely says, oh, Randy, not sure if you heard, but I was able to try and walk your... Wait a minute. Oh, Randy, not sure if you heard, but I was able to try and walk yesterday. Awesome, Lovely. That I am so glad to hear that.
How did it go?
Well, it says try and walk yesterday. Did it, you able to pull it off? Richard said, Randy/Rambo. Hornby said, say, pardon me. Robert said, don't forget to show me my work jacket, tell little Randy. And Pass says, praise Allah. And Pass, I read your comment. Appreciate you being in here, but we don't do politics, please.
That's religion.
Or religion, either one. We don't do neither one of them.
Well, if I'm wrong, but didn't they say like death to all Westerners?
I have no idea, but he's got his right. And I respect his. I would appreciate if you'd respect ours. But Mike and Longridge said hi, Lucy. Lovely says hi, Long. Charlotte said, say Happy New Year to two guys. That's right, two guys. Okay. Happy New Year to two guys.
Are they in a truck?
Two guys in a truck. Robert said, don't forget to pick me up for work. I'm off tomorrow, man. But if you'll be out there, I'll send the truck right over.
You'll love working with Kendra.
Red Rover, I'll send Robert right over. Jane said, hi, Mike. Thumbs up. Any of y'all that come into the live today, thank y'all. That was a very awesome. We had over 25,000 people tune in today. That was very nice.
Like 86 likes.
Yeah, we didn't get that many likes, but hey, people still took their time out to look. Jane said, hi, Mike. Jane says, hi, Daryl. Hornby said, what's your best restaurant, Wendy's or Five Guys?
Five Guys is a lot better than Wendy's.
And I don't much care for Wendy's.
We're talking about restaurants.
Yeah, that's what he said, restaurants. But
I misunderstood that. They're with my Friday night.
Jane says, hi, Robert. Hi, Hornby. Lovely says, no, my heart rate went up and my blood pressure went down. So I was told I can't be doing that because I could be unsafe, and especially since I don't have full feeling in my legs quite yet. Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep praying for you. At least you was able to try. Maybe it'll work out.
No, it won't. Maybe
it will.
It will work.
It will. We'll be praying for you.
You can do it.
Jane. Daryl says, hey, Jane. Or actually, just said Jane.
I bet you Kane would like to be on that couch with you.
Charlotte said, did you have dog? Well, we got a dog.
I had a fisher.
Robert said, both your sons were good with the axe today. Yes, they did good. I was impressed. It's been a while since either one of them had touched it, and they did good.
I don't think Justin's ever used that kind of work. Soft hand.
Tugs Speedman said, watching you all the way from Red Rock. Awesome. I'm going to play a stupid game here. Red Rock what? Arkansas?
Right beside Black Rock.
If you'll tell me, we got a world map here. Be glad to put a pin in for you. Robert said, can see Randy. Mike says, hi,
Justin's
Jane.
on the couch and Kane's in my way of moving my chair over there.
Jane said that they got excuses for everything.
I do.
Darn right.
Mike said, hi, Jane. Jane said, hey, R3 and Justin.
Hey, Jane.
John Deere said, don't you hate sinuses when you can get up because of it? Yes. John Deere says, I slept past when I was supposed to get up. That's called oversleep, didn't it? I did sleep late today, too. I went through, I did wake up and turn off each one of my alarms and went right back to sleep. Hornby said, what do you like about Five Guys fast food?
I like their French fries and how good their burgers are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't much care. The burgers are okay because I think they're smash burgers, ain't they?
Pretty much.
That don't impress me, but the fries are good.
Well, their burgers really aren't smash, but they're close.
John said hi. Jane said hi. John. Hugh said hello, Randy. Hello, Hugh said Jane. And
Hey,
Hugh
Hugh.
said, of course, Randy and Scoots. John Deere says, in the future, need to grade your camera, Randy's, and hello, Grand Vidovic. What? In the future, need a grade your camera.
Upgrade.
Wow.
We need to upgrade our
it's
camera. But the
Hughes-
camera's not the problem right now. It's the
It's the internet. I'm about sure it's because we got the other one uploading. It ought to be paused. Hugh says hello, Jane. Mike says hello, John. Charlotte says Happy New Year to dog. There you go. Burr Joe 666 says you're the prettiest trans person. Well, thank you. I'm glad you find me attractive. Hugh said hello, John Deere. Robert said don't forget to put my name on the work list. We got you. John Deere says dang it, upgrade. Mike says Hugh, hey.
Come here, boy.
Hugh says hello, Mike. Israel 8041 says poo poo farts. That's shit particles in the air.
I just did that. I'm surprised y'all didn't smell it through the wall.
Carlo. Hugh says, hello, Robert. John Deere said, what up, Long Ranch Garage? Check out my songs. Thumbs up. Tug said, which do you prefer, old Toyota trucks or old Ford trucks?
Old Toyota.
You look like a Ford guy.
Ouch.
No.
Man,
I
you were definitely wrong on that one.
I do like old Ford trucks. I mean, we don't own any, but
I have an old Toyota truck. It's my daily driver.
Hugh says, hello, Daryl. Hello, lovely. Daryl says, Hugh. Hugh says, hello, Richard B. And Mike says, will do, John Deere. Layla says, okay, I don't know if it's your end or my end, but I left for like 2 seconds and you said ended your stream. Not sure why it keeps doing that. It's the internet. Again, it's fuzzy and I can see it on here. It's not doing good. We'll be lucky to keep it the whole time. Team Richard said, Hugh, hi. Hornby said, does your dog react when you fart? I think it's disgusting to do it and talk about it. I mean, I just shouldn't be by myself. I don't like doing it in front of people. And I really don't talk about my farts. Jane says, hi, Layla. New user says, hello, it's...
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, it's Angry Grandpa. Damn it, Vern, stay off my lawn. Richard said hit the like button. Kevin says I'm here for you. Layla says hi, Jane. Kevin said, brother, I'm here for you. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Jane said hi, Kevin. Robert said who I work with at work. John. Hugh says hello, Layla. Hello, Horn. Charlotte says what breed? What is the breed? It's a Great Dane. Layla said tugs. They are not Ford guys. Hugh says 1956 Ford F100 are gorgeous. I agree with you, Hugh. I'd love to have one. John says, are you getting snow or ice? Probably ice.
Neither.
but I hope we don't get neither. But if we had to pick one, I hope snow. But the way our luck goes in the mountains, we'll probably just get ice. Somebody had to delete something, so it just messed up my damn thing. Hold on a minute. James said, "Great Dane." Hugh says, "Hello, Vic." Mike says, "Hi, Layla." John Deere says, "Better watch Randy Jr. He blew up your toilet." Randy, and another one joking. I know, right? Layla says, "Hi, Long." Hugh says, "Randy is looking a little pale today. You need fiber and you wouldn't be so staticky." I hear you. Tug says, "Kudos to the guy in the back that prefers old Toyota trucks. I have a T100 Toyota, has 374,000 miles on it. Great work truck." I just sold a T100 not too long ago. It was
like 2.5 years.
well, ain't too long ago. But I do have a couple pictures on the channel where I had taken the bed off and was doing burnouts in it.
Messing up all the time.
Hugh
I
said,
have an '88 Toyota pickup, so the predecessor to the Tacoma. It's got 348,000.
Hugh says, "Hello, Kevin." Robert says, "Ask Randy Jr. what time I get up for work."
I get up at 7:30.
OX says, "You skipped my message. I don't know what it was. Randy deleted it.
And
You
guess
must
what?
have
I
said
deleted
something
it
stupid."
again. Say it again, and I'm just hide you.
Let's see.
Horn by said, "Does your dog wake up the same?" Yes. Hugh said, "Supposedly we aren't going to get much ice, but you know how that goes." Yeah. It's either if they say we're going to get a lot, we're going to get nothing. If they say we're going to get nothing, we're going to get a lot. Hugh said, "My dogs wake up an hour and a half before me and wants to go out." Grr.
Is it that good?
Daryl said, "So I guess I'm going to Mosier Monday, and weather depending, I'll be seeing another Huber there." Haha. Cool. Hugh said, "Cool, Daryl." Jane said, "Where are you going, Daryl?" She just told you.
Robert said, "Tell Randy Jr. to pick me up for work right now."
Right, meow.
Daryl said, "Moser
I ain't getting up.
Engineering." Awesome.
I ain't getting up right now. Robert.
Jane said, "Where is that at?"
Mosier Engineering is right beside Engineering Mosier.
19 people, 23 thumbs up. Daryl says, "Y'all know him too."
Cool.
Hugh said, "Just a heads up. Narrow the tires, the less smoke, easier on the drivetrain though."
Well, I feel like will you shut up? The 195 is going to give us the wheel speed we need. And I think by picking up the wheel speed, I think we'll be able to compensate for the smoke just a little. But the size that we're running, the 195 6515, is what the colored tires are. Like the blue, the pink, and all that. That's the same size they run. And it's actually what was suggested for us to try. And we're going to give her a shot, buddy. And if it doesn't work, we'll go to a little bigger.
Daryl says Portland. Robert said 100 for 2 joules. John Deere said, "Look, it's the Three Amigos."
Pee
Pee
Wee
Wee
Herman.
Herman. I ride my bicycle. You ride your bicycle with me?
Quiet. 'Cause I'm hunting weapons.
25. All right. Thank y'all, everybody.
Tell you what. I could go for a nap right now.
This
Hugh says they are yeah, they are designing to spend a ridiculous amount of wheel speed. Robert said, "What color the work jacket?" "Yellow, man. Yellow."
Safety. Yellow.
Damn, this is about to piss me off.
What?
It's
The
the
internet
internet.
doing so bad?
Now, like I said, it's I know it's got something to do with the weather. All the snow probably up there and ice and all that is working against it. I wish we wouldn't give that dog. It think about that great shit.
Well, just remember, yesterday I was uploading a video, watching Daryl's live, watching Hugh's live, watching our live, uploading a video and exporting a video. And we didn't have this. So it's the internet today. I've even disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I can check what Wi-Fi network the phone's on.
It's probably not even on one because I turned it off.
You never turned it back on?
I didn't put it on live.
Andy, here, I'll fix it.
Old man.
This is usually the answer I get. Look at this freaking bum. Look at him.
I'm comfortable. They can't see me, stupid.
What do you mean they can't see you?
Too blurry.
Well, I'll sit right here until it clears up.
It's gonna be blurry.
Oh my aching honey.
Look at this dog, dude. Good Lord.
Look at the dog. Okay, so we should be connected to the internet now. Now clear up. Clear up. Let's see here.
It's starting to clear.
Hurry, hurry.
Okay. So, cool.
Rory, you did.
Let me turn the green screen off. Okay. That is better now. Here you go.
All right, let's try this shit again.
Hey, bad words.
Just wait. Just wait. Ready?
Don't swear.
Daryl says I'm actually running stock 63 Biscayne wheels and tires.
I wonder where you got them from.
Flo Key says, I'm sorry, I'm tired.
You were very tired.
Flo Key said, hey guys, we love your shows. So tonight is the last night Karis is going to be going live with us. He is leaving tomorrow. Oh, I am sorry. Morning, probably he'll be live most of the night to be honest. Hugh says, dang, that's a lot of
Look at the Benny.
bandwidth.
He's-
Roscoe said, what's up, guys? Watch out for fools out there almost the weekend. God bless.
Yeah, just remember, there's stupidity afoot.
Hugh says, this has to do with the courier.
Clear.
Daryl said, Roscoe. Hugh said, hello, Roscoe. Hello, Team U. Hugh says, I see him. There we go. Richard B said, Randy. Hugh says, how's the gut smell, Team U? God dang, get that damn thing away from that damn dog or take him outside. I cannot listen to that shit.
Come here.
Shit, take him outside.
This man's angry.
You said clear. John Deere said there he is. You said crystal clear. Yeah, it helps when you put it on the internet.
Hey, give him a phone, too.
Jane said, yep, there's the bum back there on the couch. You said, Lord Jane. Daryl says, yep, that's Adam.
He turned over. Oh.
Roscoe said, much better. John Deere said he shaved his head. He looks awful without his hair. John Deere, that's not nice because he looks just like Randy. Hugh said, hello, Flo Keys. Olivia said, little Randy, can I talk to you?
What do you
Jane
want?
said, hi, Flo Keys. John Deere said, your son looks like twins, see? So you're saying Randy's ugly too?
You darn right.
John Deere, I will come to Tennessee. I have nothing to do this
He
weekend.
will not. He's lying. I can't get him to leave the damn. All he does is farts and burps.
I
He thinks
split
that
wood.
shit's funny.
I
He does
split
have
wood
work
today.
tomorrow.
I do have work tomorrow. I'll call that.
Hugh said, hello, Olivia. Floki says, hey, Jane, how are you doing today? Olivia says, it's important.
Okay, I'm here.
John Deere said, by the way, I'm joking. We know. Olivia says, hey,
fine,
Hugh. Hugh says, Riley will squeaky a toy while I'm trying to hear I hate it at 3 a.m. too.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I can barely move my arms. I can barely get up out of the chair. And I'm
That's just 'cause he's
tired.
old.
I'm tired. And it don't take much to get on my nerves. So I'm trying to be happy, positive thoughts. And I don't want to hear no damn dogs. I like smacking. I like to smack a child being smacking. But anyway, as I was
It's
saying,
about like whenever we go eat and Daddy's sitting next to me for a 30-minute ride. I'm like, can you like not? He's like, well, I got something in my teeth. I gotta get it.
whenever y'all tired of hearing asswipe talk, I'll read some more. Jane said, hi, Roscoe. Hugh's laughing. Jane says, hi, Olivia. Olivia says, hey, Jane. John Deere's laughing. Floki says, hey, John Deere, how are you doing? Your video today is awesome. Jane said, Floki's, I've been tired all week, not motivated.
That's old age.
John Deere says, doing good.
Good.
Daryl said, I knew you were going to be whooped today. I am. Tonight, I am. Daryl, you called it right. And the damn thing's freezing.
It's not freezing on my phone. John Deere said, sorry, I was just joking. Don't worry, John Deere. I know you were joking, buddy. I told you it's not on my phone. I know you were joking, buddy. I'm just messing with you. I'm pulling your leg. Hugh said someone played with their wood today and he's tired.
There you go.
Never Under Pressure said, who's the zaddy in the red shirt? And then said, I want zaddy on the couch. Well, you can have the zaddy on the couch.
John Deere said, dang, it said twice. Oh, I thought you were stuttering. 13 people, 26 thumbs up. Let's see what Nevada Under Pressure says. Oh, what they got going on here?
I'm just going to tell y'all, I feel like puking after eating that ice cream.
Oh, I shouldn't have tried this.
Hell dumbasso.
Yep, we'll look later. Never mind. I hope you got a good channel.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
My arm.
I haven't looked, but today's live did put us over 3,300.
Let's see here. Never Under Pressure is Zeke 1000. 12 subscribers, 93 videos.
John Madison said, Zaddy, lol.
Lol.
John Deere says, I don't like it either, Randy. Hey, when people smack their mouths when they eat, I'd rather they keep their mouths shut, called manners. Drives me nuts too. Yeah, I'm telling you that. And I'll tell you something else that really just chaps my ass, and that's when people walk and drag their heel. Oh my God.
You know what really grinds my gears? When I don't push the clutch all the way in when I change gears.
That's probably why your transmission's
All the comedians out of a job, he trying to be funny.
You think I grind any of my gears? If you can't find them, grind them.
John Daryl says, did you get the water line taken care of, Randy? I just unhook it. I unhook it, let it drain, and then I'll hook it back up next morning. I have not fixed the water line yet.
I feel like you're talking really loud.
I have to overtalk the stupidity behind me.
Well, Justin's listening to
Hugh
you.
says, nice. Under Pressure said, is that Clay Higgins in the gray shirt?
No, it's lukewarm. Stephen.
Lovely said, hey guys, I'll be back in a minute. Work on the premiere for tonight. All right, Lovely, be
Okay,
careful.
Lucy.
Thank you.
Oh, speaking of Lucy, I wonder how Sandy's doing.
Hugh says, I wonder if they sell narrow colored tire for a Vivo. Yeah.
What's it called? Burnout Nationals. That's a different thing for what Cletus does. They partnered with some tire company that sells colored tires, and they sell 195 65 15s. And you know, in the effort to be honest with everybody, tax included, we paid $50 a piece for them. They're selling them for almost $300 a pop.
That'd be $600 just to have a colored burnout.
For 195 65 15s.
Daryl says, Lucy. Lovely says, hi, Daryl. Lotus says, is the nap spot? Hugh said, hello, Lotus. What about Vivo?
The biggest they go up to is a 17. They do 15, 16, 17s. I don't think they do 22.5s.
Lotus said, "What up, Hugh?" Hugh says, "Yeah, color tires are not cheap. If I knew somebody that worked for a tire place, I could probably get some real good. They could probably make a couple and throw a little color in there with them.
And just act like it was a mistake.
Yeah, and then I get them for a second." Daryl said, "I want tires that burn red, white, and blue." Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Lotus said,
A Vivo that's never going to do a burnout. I'm glad you finally opened your eyes and realized it. Because if it ever does, we're not going to record it.
Daryl said, one that looked at come out of Australia. Daryl said, Lotus. Jane says, "Hey, Lotus." Lotus said, "What's up, Daryl?" Lotus said, "What's up, Randy and Rendo?"
Hello.
Hugh said, "Hello." Hugh said, "That's a challenge. A 17 on a Vivo. Gotta get
You got a welder.
Yeah.
We got 17.5s on the semi-trailer.
Lotus said, "No, it's not anything on my personal life today. Tonight, y'all will be able to meet my best friend, Peyton, aka Phoenix. She has changed my life for the better, and tonight I made my premiere about her." Awesome.
Cool.
John Deere said, "Okay, Peter Griffin, Randy Jr. joking, but scratch butt fever." That's not what he said, but
I know what he said.
Lotus said, "I always knew I would never happen. That's half the fun. Never say never."
Never.
Smart ass. Olivia said, "Hey guys, let get a crash bar on the Vivo." I see somebody's trying to rage bait me. I don't like that. The No Brainer said, "Hey, hello, No Brainer. How was your day, guys?" It was actually good. I was here with Randy and Justin all day, and Justin and I cut a lot of wood. Randy cut some yesterday. Justin and I cut and split some today. And Randy came in and helped it there at the end. And I'm tired, and then we all went to eat. It was we also did a set of tires for a lady. So
You did a trailer tire this morning.
yeah, I did do a trailer tire this morning. So doing good.
Good. That movie's over 20 years old, and we're still
movie was
quoting
that?
it. Bruce Almighty.
Lotus said, "What's up, Olivia? How are you?" Daryl said, "Ghostly." Someone says, "Prevent." I don't know what that means.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Carlos said, "What's up, Lotus?" Lotus, she might show up there. Also not too sure, but I know she wants to meet the YouTube family. And yes, I am inviting my family to this community because I think we will enjoy it too. Yes, thank you. Hugh said, "Hello,
Everybody
Carlo."
is
Lotus said, "Sup, Carlo." Carlo said, "Hugh." Someone said, "Burger time, guys." Yeah. Olivia says, I don't want to talk about how I'm feeling. It's a sensitive subject. Okay, don't bring it up. Hugh says, never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever. 7 said, when I'm going to get a Pepsi. I got me one right here.
I wish I had me a drink.
Olivia said, at the moment.
ATM, automatic teller machine.
Lotus says, I see what you did there. The no-brainer said, did you know that Jesus loves you? Did you know that Jesus loves you? Andrew said, they're playing footsies. Mind your own damn business. Someone says, Greenland is USA. Woohoo!
Not yet.
Supercharged Coffin says, what do you think of Craftsman's or Hyper Tough tools? I've never messed
As
with
long as
Hyper
they're
Tough.
cheap, I can make them work. And if I break them, I'll buy them again.
Craftsman's always had a lifetime warranty, but I can't find a Sears to take them back to. The no-brainer said, did you know Jesus died on the cross for you? Somebody said he did. I wasn't there. Jane. Did you? John Deere said, someone? No politics. You said Greenland, America sounds good. Carlos said Lotus got some parts for my re-engine conversion for the
You don't know RC.
Lotus, read that. John Deere said, just a reminder, everyone in the chat, no politics, no religion, okay? Carlos says, hello, Olivia. Carlos says, that sucks. Mike says, hi, Olivia. Hugh says, but geographically is cool. Lotus says, I bet I got one that would fit. Come look through the parts drawer. Lotus says, I can't have Pepsi. My ADHD will go crazy, and I won't want that.
And we don't want that. Lucy.
Don't be a quitter. Go for it.
Let it out.
Be like, what was that on that?
Hammy from Over the Edge.
Yeah.
When they gave him an energy drink.
Hell yeah, he took off, buddy. He was on fire.
Down.
All right, now I'm playing. You do yourself and do good. Let's see. The no-brainer said, God bless
Hey,
you.
don't turn that on.
God bless you too. Lotus says,
Turn it back.
gave her 3 Pepsis and a Mountain Dew. Grant's laughing. Jane said, kiss it, Randy. Mike says, hi, Carlo. No, he didn't. Mike said, hi, Lotus. I'm tired. Lotus says, by the way, not trying to be mean, but do you or little Randy have ADHD? Because the way you act sometimes
No, he's got
kind of
Tourette's.
tells. Listen, when I was growing up, we didn't have ADHD. We did what the hell we was told. We got our ass whooped. So,
I'm pretty sure I got it. I just don't have a diagnosis. But guess what? I was raised under that same preposition.
you damn right. The
And
rest of them
then I would
wasn't.
come home from somebody's house. They're like, "Oh, Randy listens so good," and then I'd get my ass beat for not listening in the house the same way I listened there.
He wouldn't get his ass beat, but it sure did piss me off. I liked
got
him
my
doing
ass
good when he was out, but
I got my ass beat.
Randy never got his ass beat. He was spoiled.
A damn state trooper
Daryl
didn't even
says-
want the ass whooping that I was getting because he wouldn't even stop.
Daryl says, I'll be back going to work on Wednesday's video. Nickel Pony said, hey, Pops and Paul Bunyan saw those act skills still at work, batting down the hatches before old man Winter shows up tomorrow night. Yep.
All right.
Mr. Fox says, is that Arthur Morgan in the back?
No.
Olivia said, hey, Carlo. Poppy said, how's it going, boss man? How you doing, Poppy? Hope you're doing well. Lotus says, hi, I have ADHD.
Who?
Lotus. I said Carlo, didn't I?
No, you probably said those.
Layla just reminded me I need to put my car up tonight.
What?
Hugh says, hello, Poppy.
It is
John
like
Deere
starting
says,
here.
don't be a quitter, be a farter. No. You said, hello, Nickel. John Deere laughing. Lotus says, pretty bad. Do you learn to deal? That's right. Don't hide behind it. Admit you got a problem and go on about it. If you know you got it, deal with it.
Hey, where's the
Jane
keys to my
said,
car?
hi, Poppy. Hanging up. And the thing's right beside of it on the
Oh,
table.
it's 7:04. I need to leave here soon.
Y'all see how quiet it is and peaceful. You said, and the Joe Cola 6 times the caffeine. Lotus said, is a gift and a curse. Lovely. Nick Capone says, hey, Hugh.
Oh my
Carlos said, yeah, the flywheel collected isn't collected to the flywheel Lotus. Jane said, hi, Nickel. Hugh said, I got ADHD, beat that out of me.
What?
Floored by the Lord said, hey boys, how you doing, Floored? The no-brainer says, I have one last thing to tell you. If you, God loves you, and even with mustard seeds of faith, you can move mountains. Keep up the good work. You too, no-brainer. I appreciate it. Layla says, what car is that in the thumbnail? I think that's Randy's burnout car. Was it burgundy? I haven't seen the thumbnail. Randy done it. But if it's burgundy, it's Randy's burnout car. Hugh said, hello, Floor. John Deere says, I ain't got ADHD. I got memory problems. Well, how do you remember if you got ADHD then?
You said,
Hugh said, Nickel Pony says, hello, Miss Jane. Floyd says, I got my snowblower sorted out. We're going to do a live stream with it if I get any snow. Oh, that'd be cool. I might have to watch that if I get the notification.
yes.
Mike said, hi, Nickel Pony. Lotus said, what's up, Long? Daryl says, John Deere said hi.
Yeah.
Olivia said, that's all I have, Randy. Thanks for giving your ear to talk it off. It helped a lot, even if I still feel the same. Hugh says,
Oh, you're warm,
cool,
man.
Floyd. I'd never seen a snowblower work before. I hadn't either. Nickel Pony said, hey, Mike, Jocelyn, is that right? MAGA. Hugh says, the only snowblowers I see were in Miami. Supercharged said, what is the rarest project you own or have owned? Probably one of our old trucks.
Probably C10.
Jane says, Miami had snowblower, question mark. Field Post said,
I don't know what that even says.
Field Post Body closed the 100 stream. I have no idea what you're saying there, and I apologize. Joshin says, Greenland will become the next U.S. state. Florida said, what's the difference? Power down there in Miami.
He's pulling his car.
We should have pulled it up here. But anyway. Boggy says, yo, yo. Hugh says, yeah, they were, Kabir. Hell, I can't even talk. Kelly said, your son is handsome in the background. Well, thank you.
Hooray!
Kelly said, hi. Lotus says, I have snowblower Hugh, and I may get to use it this weekend. Calling for 6 to 8 inches. Jane said, hi, Boggy. Lotus said, what's up, Boggy? Did Boggy come in and I didn't read his
Yes,
message?
you read it.
What did it say?
Guys, this is, you can't say, it's right there.
Where?
He says, yo, yo. Oh, my bad. Yo, yo. And then right there.
Well, I ain't got there yet. I did miss it, though. Boggy said, yo, yo. Sorry about that, Boggy. Jane, Lotus, and Hugh said, hello, Boggy. Nickel Pony said, hope we all get snow instead of the ice they saying is coming. I'd rather have a foot of snow than an inch of ice. I'm with you on that. Don't want neither one, but I'd much rather have the snow. Lotus said, we're bound to get hit with the snow. Boggy said, can't stay, but thought I'd say hi and check up on my rat sister. Thank you, Boggy. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm probably going to have to go.
All right, buddy, you be careful. You going to Charlotte? Well, let me know when you get there, because I don't watch my phone. So,
All right.
and I know you're tired.
Anybody got a, okay, we're not. Anybody got a handicap spot for me?
I don't.
No.
Ah, with the track.
My placard's in my
You
truck.
said Florida snow isn't very cold. Boggy question mark.
Okay.
Lotus said she
Love
seems
you,
okay. Jane said,
Love you,
"Oh,
buddy.
see you, buddy. Love you." Little Floor gives a whole new meaning to light dusting when you talk about powder in Miami. Littler says, I invented a drink called Renegade Good. It's basically a shot to the face. Lotus says, Law might have to stick the camera on the snowblower. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I know a man that can help you work on them. Lewis Mowers. He does snow blowers. He's up in like Maine, I think.
Lotus said, I knew it was not Fireballs. Supercharged, I have a 96 Roadmaster Limited. It has the LT1. I'd love to have that car. I really like that. Jane said, Justin, you got a haircut. Very nice. Yes. His mom was going to be pissed. Hugh said the Roadmaster was a rebag Corsa Impala. Yeah, something like that. Floyd says we'll be near 20 here. Florida said we'll be near 20 here. Hugh said, wow, that's a lot. John Deere said, I hope we don't get no snow. I hate winter time. Layla said, Boggy, Olivia is not a rat. She's just different. They just pick around, call each other the rat. Boggy said, where is my sister? Layla said, she left Boggy. Boggy said, she a rat. Lotus said, the ice is rough. We lost power for 5 days a few years ago. Mild winter, but was super cold. Lotus says she can be, but she really is not. Nickel Pony said, just had a second, Pops. Know you're tired, sir. Get some rest. Oh, I will. I'll be taking my doll and my Grey Goose, and I will be going to sleep. If that video's for tomorrow, I won't be long after this live. I'll be going dead. Lotus said, my favorite Oscar fish died when all the fish died. That it sucked a lot, I bet. Hugh said, wow, that's crazy. Lotus. Jane said, Floyd, where are you? Hugh said, we usually don't lose power, but you never know. Yes, right, you never know. Lotus said, ice took out power lines all over the neighborhood. Boggy said, Layla, you don't know her well enough to understand. Lotus said, she ran and hid as soon as you showed up. Lotus said, she a rat tail and all demon horn too. Boggy said, something is in the air and I don't like it. Did I piss her off? I don't guess. But then again, sometimes I breathe and people get mad. So you never know.
And then if you stop breathing, they're going to be mad at you for stopping breathing.
Lotus said, not that I know. She seemed in good spirits. Jane said, Lotus, I have a whole house generator. I have a whole house generator. As soon as I lose power, I panic because the saltwater aquarium is caught. So I have to get it going ASAP. Hughes says, she went right in, she popped in. She wasn't right when she popped in. John Deere said, hit the like button, guys, please. Yeah, we got 19 people in here. Lotus says, I have a generator now, but no fish. Florida says, I am in the Sherman, I don't know how to say that, Valley of Virginia, near Charlottesville and Harrisburg. Hugh says, I was going to get one of those Generacs, but I just haven't. Boggy, another question mark. Boggy said, what do you mean, Hugh? Lotus said, salt water is very pricey. Send me pics, Jane. Hugh says, I have power inverters, though. When the neighborhood, we were watching cable and a 55-year-old TV with a fan. Hugh said, I learned an hour and a half kills your battery if you don't crank your car up. 8 Lugs, and how was the wood splitting? I watched a minute while I worked. It was fun. It went good. Nobody got hurt. Everything went great. It just tiring.
Gabriel, I even slung a splitting mall at the very end, and now my ass cheek hurts.
Daryl says 1 hour and 5 minutes tonight. Nelson said, Randy, hello, Nelson.
Hey, Nelson.
Florida says, how much snow you getting, Mac? All right, I'm going to tag in and let Randy read
I
something.
don't even have my shoes on.
You ain't got to have your shoes on to read. Next. Matter of fact, I got to take my boots off. She's getting deep in here. Did y'all feed him?
No. Hey, will you hand me my shoe that you just drug away from me? I'm handicapped, remember? I just put one shoe on and I'm out of breath. Will you please hand me my shoe, you feet? Cane gonna bite you. Oh, God. Yeah! My butt cheek hurts.
Hurry up, you're gonna get behind.
I'm already behind. Hell, I'm debating on going on myself.
You can in
44
more
minutes. We have my Dr. Pepper.
God almighty damn, you want me to read for you, dude?
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
You bug.
If it spews, I'm pointing it right at you, you fat bastard. Nelson said, Randy. Hello, Nelson. It says,
Hello, Nelson, how are you?
if you didn't read it, Daryl said his premiere is 1 hour 5 minutes
I
tonight.
did, I think that's the last thing I read.
Okay. Floyd for the Lord said, how much snow you getting, Matt?
Nope, I read that one.
Okay. Boggy said, has she talked to anyone?
I think that's
She texted me and said, hey, Randy. Hugh said, it cost me a battery to learn how to use an inverter. I burnt my battery up, LOL. I don't think I've ever used an inverter. Daryl said none. Nelson is heading to Atlanta. I'll be praying for you. Carlo's back, said had to finish. Y'all had to go to the bathroom, having boiled eggs for breakfast. You're going to be going to the bathroom again. Hugh said, hello, Nelson, and welcome back, Carlo.
Where's
Daryl
his,
said, Nelson.
Leash.
I have no idea. I never saw his lease the entire time I've been here.
Oh my God. Justin had it.
Oh, God. You're never going to find that thing.
Right.
Tell y'all what, that splitting wood today just that little bit and loading and unloading and loading again. Kind of whooped my tail. Hugh said, hello, Nelson. Welcome back, Carlo. Daryl said, Nelson. Carlo said, thank you, Hugh. Daryl said, Boggy. Floyd for the Lord said, we'll see Sunday. I might get a foot at least. Boggy said, hey, Mac. Nelson said, hey, Hugh. Carlo said, sup, Daryl. Gator said, hi, Vic, Mac, BBT, Boggy, and anyone I missed. KC Coon said, I farted a taco. Cool. Gator said, and the Randys, Gator with a wave. Hey, Gator. Hugh said, hello, 8Lug. Hybrids 32494 said, hello, everybody. How'd you get that check mark next to your name? Hold on, let's see. Can I not go to your channel? What the hell? Stupid ass computer. Go to channel. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. The internet's absolute crap today. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, CFB. Okay, it's the same one that the phones are connected to, so I don't know why it's not loading. Carlos said, sup, Gator. Hugh said, hello, Hybrid. John Deere said, hi, hello. Hybrid said, hello, Lotus, Big Boys, and Grand Pedovic. Hybrid, how'd you get that check mark next to your name? That's pretty cool. Lotus said, what's up, Hybrid? Carlos said, sup, Hybrid. Hybrid said, first time here. Well, welcome in. Usually you get a bald man, but he just took the dog out. So now we have the answer to that age-old song, Who Let the Dogs Out? But welcome in. We don't do any nitro stuff, but we do burnouts. Jane said, hi, Gator. Lotus said, this is my boy, Hybrid, the Nitro RC King. Good friend. Well, that is awesome. A friend of Lotus is a friend of ours. Jane said, hi, Hybrid. Hugh said, how you doing, Hybrid? Nelson said, big, with a fist pound. Lotus said, 100,000 subs, Randy. Well, that's pretty dang cool. Boggy said, BRB, I just read what the hell is going on. Getting home early. Okay. Hybrid said, doing good, guys. Just working on some RC stuff. Well, that is cool. Carlo and Lotus talked that RC stuff, and it's like French to me. And by the way, I don't speak French. Daryl said his whole name is lit up too. Yes, it is. Daryl said, or Hybrid said, BBT, fire up that high RPM engine yet? Gator said, putting new exhaust tips on the AB tonight. LOL, makes zero difference. Loud AF. They say tips make a difference, but it might just make like a throatier sound difference. But Still gonna be loud. Hugh said, I haven't messed with my RCs with this LS3 taking so much, brother. Yep, I can only imagine. John Deere said, whoever said that funny, farted a taco. Hybrid said, I like burnouts too. Lotus sent me here, guys. Well, thank you, Lotus, and welcome in, Hybrid. Glad you like burnouts. Hopefully in April we'll get to do some more for everybody. Layla said, hi, little Randy, how are you? Layla, I am dog tired. Did he potty?
He peed, but he didn't poop.
Well, he hasn't eaten tonight.
Well, I guess I can save money, but
Hybrid 32494 is in. He has over 100,000 subscribers and come from Lotus and Carlo and everybody. He does RCs.
awesome. Welcome.
I spent all that time to try to load Hybrid's channel and it pulled up Hugh's channel. Let's see here. Where is it? Hugh said they have Z28s. They do burnouts with Hybrid. Yeah, my vehicle's a hybrid. It burns gas and oil and tires. Carlos said Hybrid doing a re-engine conversion on the Vorner, going to put a 12 engine in her.
How the God's name does this thing work?
Daryl said I'm down to 1 pop a week. Well, I'm up pop an hour. Pork Chop said, how's it going? How's it going, Pork Chop? I hadn't seen you in a day or two. Hybrid said, Hugh, I hear you, man. That's a big project you got. That's been a hell of a project for him. Lotus said, show Hybrid the cars. Let me get called up. Hybrid said, yes, 1 car, please. I will show you all the cars, but just give me just a moment. Hugh said they went to Freedom Factory and did burnouts with Cletus. We did. Very nice people down there. Boggy said, F, Lotus, give me that brain cell, brother. I need it. My car won't start.
Well, guess what we're gonna do?
Daryl said, BRB. Lotus said, what you do now, which car? Kevin said, I'm here, brother. I'm here. Oh, computer's loading. Okay, phone's still going fine. That's loud. Gator said, Lone Wrench. Hey, buddy. Jane said, hi, Pork Chop. Big Boy said, nah, I'm not going to fire it up. It's going in my collection, Hybrid. Hugh said, it became more than I figured it would. Gen 4s are hard. Yes. Boggy said, Supra. Oof. Layla said, is Hybrid actually a verified channel? That is awesome. Layla, yes. They said that he has over 100,000 subs. Yep, 170,000 subs. Finally loaded his channel. That's pretty damn awesome. But yes, he is a verified channel, and we are one of his subscribers.
Thank you.
Gator said sub to Hybrid. Hybrid said glad to be here. Lotus is a top mod and friend. Well, Lotus knows a lot. He's a fart smeller. Hugh said ROFLMFAO. Floor for the Lord.
We like Lotus. We give him a hard time.
Yeah.
He gives us the same though.
Floor for the Lord said you need a few things for a check mark. 100,000 subs is the big one. Well, maybe one day we'll get there. Hybrid said, hi, Layla. Glad to say yes, LOL. Hugh said, Hybrid has an awesome channel. And then said, hello, Pork Chop. Hybrid said, yes, chat. Only took me 10 plus years. Seriously. Well, I guarantee it's been worth the grind. We are working on year 3, and we just hit, what, 3,300?
33 today.
So, I mean, we're a ways behind you. But it's not a
What
competition.
we gonna do like you? We ain't giving up.
Nope. Layla said, I will check out your channel in 1 minute. Lotus said, it's too cold. Amen. Hybrid said, sure thing, Layla. Lotus said, what's it doing just spinning no fire? Hugh said, Hybrid is at 170K. Awesome. Boggy said, I think so. Layla said, you have a cool channel, Hybrid. Lotus said, Spark. That's a car. Hybrid said, thanks, everybody. Lotus said, fuel basics. Boggy said, better, brand new plugs, so there better be spark. Plugs might not be causing the problem.
Ain't got no guys in it.
Or, might have a bad coal pack. Or a coal. Layla said, hybrid sub. Hugh said, he buys RCs and does a reaction after he beats the brakes off of them. Well, that's awesome. Lotus said, trouble light. Jane said, gas, Boggy. Hybrid said, but chat, I still have a day job, not doing YouTube for a living. Well, that's encouraging to hear. Gator said, I'm going to do a live in the airboat tomorrow. Be there or be square. If I could be there, I would. Dad better be there. Lotus said, Olivia stole your cam sensor. Probably. Boggy said, ha, there's no spark on cylinder 1, 3, 4, and 6. Man, you fast as hell with them things, ain't you? Layla said, hybrid, so you like wreck up some RC cars. Okay, I'm going to go show hybrid the cars. But there's Kane. My leg is killing me today. I need some ibuprofen. And I will be having my doll for dinner. But hybrid, here is Dad's truck. That's the one in the thumbnail. She's special. But while we're up here, why is this door shut? Probably because we were having to bring the wood splitter in. Really hope the roll-up door's shut. Yep. All right. So that's my 70 C10. That's my 78 K15. But we're doing the LS swap on the 70. Well, that's awesome, hybrid. Kane, come on, you dingus. He's got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. Ain't that right? Death Trap, Honda 253 wheeler, made it up to a go-kart. Okay, so down here is the burnout cars. I can't really go outside because it's too dark. But the top one is Dad's, a 93 Z28, and the bottom one's mine / Addie's, and it's a 95 Z28 with the convertible. Both just honest to God stock motors, LT1s, long tube headers, with some 3-inch exhaust on them. Do some pretty good burnouts. Last year, Dad blew up the black one, and at Cletus and Cars. But here's our new setup for tires, 15x8s with 195/65 15s. All right, come on, Kane, let's go back up there. It's cold down here. That dog is gone. Buddy, I don't think he's going to want you to bring that in here. I leave for 2 minutes. This man is tired. Okay. Yeah, my leg hurts. I should not have tried to run. Okay. Skip to the live computer. Whatever. Let me get called up. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Layla said, so, hybrid, so you wreck up RC cars. Hugh said, after 1 million, you can retire a hybrid. Apparently. Hugh said, YouTube will support you, lol. Layla said, coal packs or the coal driver? I said that, and I ain't a smart man. Hybrid said, Layla, well, I don't really try to break things, more of a restoration type thing. Well, that's cool. Daryl said, plugged fuel rail, but if he's not getting fire on 4 of the cylinders. Layla said, could be harness short too. John Deere said, why is hybrid gray? He has over 100,000 subscribers, and he is a verified account. Hugh said, grounds are a big problem too. Jane said, did you try turning the key, Boggy? Layla said, hybrid, that's awesome. We have a channel here that does that with real cars. Yeah, you got Classic Car Revivals, he does it, and a lot of us mess with trying to restore them. Let's see here. Hugh said he has over 100,000 subscribers and a bit other stuff. Carlos said, and I am the high RPM VP of Hybrid's Nitro Gang. Cool. Hybrid said, oh wow, I think I actually have a model of that exact body. I read that one. But that's awesome. And Dad's truck is obviously the one in the thumbnail, and it is hooger orange. Been told apparently
the thumbnail was your car.
The profile picture.
Oh.
But my thumbnail is my burnout card on there. Boggy said, ha ha, Jane, she has gas, and yes, I turned the key. Gator said, I just Hybrid's channel and now I don't want to be here so much. That's okay. I have no problem with that. He's definitely got a good channel and we're working on doing our channel better. Hybrid said, yep, Big Boy Toy is a top member and friend of my channel too. That's awesome. Lotus said, test the packs. Jane said, LOL, trying to be helpful, Boggy. Lol. Boggy said, F it, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. 15 minutes, he's going to have another motor swapped in that thing. Hybrid said, if I didn't live in New York City, I'd be right there with you guys, but space is limited, so I can only do RC cars. And he said, guys, I know it ain't a burnout car, but I own a super sick 2004 Lincoln LS V8 Ultimate. Know them? 2004 Lincoln. I don't know exactly.
2004 Lincoln. That's
Lincoln LS V8 Unlimited.
Yeah, that's a like a slick. It ain't the square that you're thinking,
No, I'm thinking like almost a Crown Vic, just a Lincoln.
but it's round, kind of like
Like a Caprice. I got a
I'm
better.
about sure it's a round model because I've seen the Lincoln on the back of them, and they were V8s.
Well, it doesn't matter if you do burnouts in it or not. That sounds like a pretty slick car. And Google it.
Let me see if I'm thinking of the
This
same
stupid ass computer is gonna piss me off tonight. Okay, maybe at some point it'll show up. I'm already way behind. Let's see here. Images. A 3.9 liter V8. That's actually pretty damn cool looking. It's like an Impala. Close. Okay. And then, according to the Google AI model, hold on, it's loading again. Okay, the 2004 Lincoln LS V8 Ultimate was the top tier trim of Lincoln's sporty rear-wheel drive sedan, featuring a 280 horsepower 3.9 liter V8 THX audio navigation, heated, cooled leather seats in '04. That's pretty damn awesome. And it does a strong acceleration from 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds. 4.2 seconds. Let's see here. Lotus said, Hybrid, you have one car that will do a burnout. Well, that car will definitely do one. You got more horse torques and horse ponies than we got in those Camaros. Lotus said, Hybrid. Boggy said, if you don't make it back, take care. I have a problem to solve, as Randy knows. Yep. Best of luck with that. Jay said, in New York, you have to figure out how to stack RCs. Yeah. Hybrid said, yes, Lotus, that's it. Hugh said, I love the Lincoln LS, just wish they had a 5 liter. That would have been awesome. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hybrid said, yes, Jane, I stacked them from floor to ceiling. Wow. Hugh said, dang it, I just got an idea. Uh-oh. Daryl said, I knew when he was splitting wood, he was done for tonight. Well, dude, he split and cut wood all damn day. I worked, and as you saw, I come and jumped straight in to try to help, and we had our butt whooped today.
It wasn't the camera, was it?
No, it was a notification. Hybrid said, yep, Hugh, but the 3.9 liter V8 in the Lincoln, not bad. Well, if the 3.8 does so good, I bet you 3.9 V8 does pretty good too, and rear-wheel drive. Lotus said, I know firsthand those Lincolns will roast some tires. Hugh said, my idea gonna cost crazy money, lol. You gonna build another LS3? I'm funny. Jane said, when I was in New York, it amazed me how the car lots were vertical. I figured you were gonna say when you were in New York, you were one of the founding members.
They're
Hughes,
vertical.
yeah, the car lots are vertical. They don't have space.
Damn, I ain't never thought about
I
that.
never have either. Hughes said it does well, and they have sexy body lines. Daryl said Chicago's like that too, Jane. Huh. Justin said he's gay. Everybody, congratulate Justin for coming out of the closet. He's gay. Lotus said Jane, he hides RCs in his fridge. Good God. Hughes laughing and said the 3.9 isn't a slouch. Jane said, Justin, I love the haircut. Looks great. Hughes said, but no, a 5.0. Probably won't, but a LS will. Fit. Daryl said, Hugh, the steering is done. Jane said, hybrid, do you hide cars in the fridge to keep wife from finding them? Hugh said, nice. I still got to watch the engine video. Hybrid said, my LS vid's popular on YouTube. It's like a Jaguar XJ. Probably one only left still running. Huh. Cool. I like to see stuff like that. Clayton 9380 said, wow, I see my name on your wall. Different one. It's the green one below you. The Lotus missing the E, though. Lotus said, LOL, his wife knows she is very understanding.
But your name can be up there.
John Deere said, why is Hybrid gray? Because he is a verified account with over 100,000 subscribers. Lotus said, hey, I see my name in the chat. Sup, Clayton? This is Clayton. You can call Lotus Clay. He loves it. Gator said, always wanted to play with the Jag V12, see what kind of power I can get out of one. Bet you'd be pretty awesome. Hugh said, the Lincoln LS reminds me of the 96 Mitsubishi Domineer, but a bit longer. Never heard of that. Jay said, Jacob, haven't you been in here for like the last 10 minutes? Mega Chung said, do you take fat dumps? I did whenever I got here. Clayton said, sup, I'm great. Glad you're great, Clayton. John Deere said, what do you mean, Jane? We've said it like 4 times, bud. Hybrid said, and no electric issues. That's a miracle. Jane said, they explained multiple times why Hybrid is great. More than 100K subs. Biggest biggies. Welcome in. They said, am here. I like that name. Where's I Eats the Butt?
Yeah, I know. That'd be good to have them both in there at
Yeah.
the same time.
Lotus said, will the Rogue do all-wheel drive burnout with traction control off? Jane said, hi, Tiggist. Graham Pitovic, a.k.a. Hugh, said, Lotus, why did your name pop up? Joseph Mentor said, AWD donor. Okay. Jane said, it's interesting to watch them shuffle the cars around. Sounds like it. Lotus said, I'm not the only Clayton. Note to self. I am not trusting your wealth. You just spilled whatever this old drink is all over your shoes.
That ain't my old drink, that's my new one.
Where'd you go?
Oh, I gotta see that in the video.
God dang. Let's see.
You gotta go back and make that a short. Oh, Lord.
Hold on, I gotta wait for it to get this.
Did I miss it?
Nope, there it is. You were almost asleep too. I had to come rescue you. Okay. Okay, let me get back to the live. Alright, now the chat's not going to load. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to live chat. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. Dr. Balls said, hi, dude. Hi, Papa Dude. What's up, Dr. Balls?
Hello.
He said, oh, okay. Tiggus Biggie said, me and Jane are going on a date to McDonald's. She founded McDonald's. John Deere said, okay, Jane. Jane said, oh, man, can we go to Wendy's instead? Lotus said, bite me, rando. Bite me. John Deere said, Jane, we all want to go to Wendy's. I want my ice cream. His welds broke, just so everybody knows. Tiggus Biggie said, I already dated Wendy. Heard she's a bee. One Life Man said, yo, welcome in, bud. Jane said, geez, I see how it is, Tiggus. One Life Man said, teleportation or mind reading. Teleportation. You knocked the phone over. I bet you they've been looking at the ceiling for the past few minutes. And you whole damn desk. Hey, y'all sit over here. Back in the OG spot. I can't even get the stupid ass live to load anymore. Whatever. Hugh said, I thought YouTube went buggy again. Nah, not quite. One Life says lol. Hugh said, oh shit! Madison said, uh-oh. Hugh said, that chair is 60 years old. It's only like 4 or 5 years old, dude. Lotus said, well, that just happened. Yep. Dr. Ball said, are you okay, Matthew? Gator said, Ella broke the damn chair. Too many damn donuts, I swear. Layla said, you okay? He'll be fine. Madison's laughing, and Hugh said, hello, Madison. Jane said, OMG, I can't breathe. Tiggus Biggies will give you mouth to mouth. Lotus said, hey, Maddie, One Life Man said, getting heavy. Well, it getting heavy up in here. Dr. Balls is laughing. Layla's laughing. Dr. Balls is laughing some more. Madison said, hey, Lotus. Dr. Balls said, I just shit myself. Tiggus Biggie said, what in tarnation? John Deere said, poor Randy. Lotus said, he was chilling just a little too hard. Madison said, make that face. He made a sticker. Okay. Jane said, hey, Maddie. Hugh said, that chair has been in the shop since it was built. Hugh, that chair came from my house. That's the bad part. Let's see here. Madison said, hey, Jane. John Deere said, yeah, buy a new chair now. We get enough donations, we'll buy another chair. Dr. Ball said, you made my day, Pops. All it took was a broken chair and oh, shit.
I don't even know if I said anything.
I don't think you did. Layla said, that's like deja vu. Happened just a couple months ago, too.
It was the other way.
Yep. That's the 3rd time that's happened.
Oh.
Madison said, that chair I bought for Randy to use at our house back in 21. That chair is 5 years old. John Deere said, that made my day, Randy. Hugh said, snitch! Carlos sent all the members stickers. Vivo, Dad sleeping, me looking goofy, a blown up piston, fireball burnout, a hole in the oil pan, Justin with Kane and Kane. Daryl said, I'm back. Daryl, you missed it. Jane said, man, that's great stuff. Go back and rewind that. John Deere said, I missed it. Can I watch it again? Yes, John Deere, you can rewind the lives. Dr. Paul said, rest in peace, chair. We will defibrillate it. Madison's laughing. Lotus said, is that the one he welded? Yes, it is. 3 times. Jane said, you okay, Pops?
Yes, I'm fine.
Layla laughing. Daryl said, what did I miss? Badass fell out of the chair again. Oh, Carlos said, hello, Madison. Lotus said, I wouldn't trust those welds. Well, he's welding exhaust pipe to aluminum. That's all I'm saying. Hugh said, there's a comfy couch if you kick Kane off. Kane's outside chewing on his bone. Madison said, needs to be played on repeat. Yeah. Hugh's laughing. Dr. Ball said, clip it. I just went and recorded it with the screen recording. I think it'll work.
That is not aluminum, smartass.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It is not.
I'm pretty sure it is. Madison said, hey, Carlo. Rusty said, hey, Randy's. Hey, Rusty, you just missed something funny as hell. Daddy fell off the chair.
Rusty.
Madison said, hey, Hugh. John Deere said, I thought Randy was taken off to the moon in the chair when it broke. Close.
I was scared to move.
You pretty lucky you didn't go straight to the ground.
Hell, I felt like I did.
Hugh said, hello, Rusty. You missed it. Yes, he did. Jane said, hey, Rusty. Lucy. What's up, Sandy? Said, yo. How did theater practice go? Hugh said, hello, Lucy. Rusty said, I saw it, Hugh. Hugh said, oh, okay, lol. Rusty said, hi, Jane. JH7 said, hi. Lucy said, hi, all.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Lucy said, hi, all. Hugh said, hello, JHH, which is JH7. Rusty said, Randy was pretty cool about it. He was surprisingly not freaking out. Layla said, maybe you should fix it again with 3 question marks. Yep. Well, look, I can promise you one thing. We're too cheap to buy another one. Jane said, hey, Rusty. JH7 said, you know what they say about welded chairs, 3rd time's the charm? That was the 3rd time. I think.
No.
Nope, that was the 2nd time. We got one more chance. Dr. Balls is still laughing. Hopefully he's wiping. Jane said, I still can't breathe. Dr. Ball said, tell Pops no more Krispy Kreme. No more Krispy Kreme, big fella.
Man, I really want a chocolate cream filled donut right now.
No more ice cream either.
I'm going to get ice cream as soon as this live's over before I go to bed.
Listen, we're going to have to, I don't know, get that true up to going. Hugh said, aluminum, extra heat, and materials. Jason said, they just don't make these shit bottom boxes like they used to. You need to use glue that glues bricks to its foundation. Apparently. Hugh said, LOL, Jane. Hey, I need to turn this even more so we can see the whole members wall. Hugh said, timber! That's whenever you're going down. You're yelling, oh shit! Lotus said, it's probably mild steel. Lotus, just say it's aluminum. You're never wrong. Jane said, he looked like a turtle on his back. Yes, he did. John Deere said, Randy, I thought your dad went to the moon in that chair. He was pretty close.
Hell, I thought I was going to hell.
Hugh said, pot metal, probably. Yeah, probably. Lucy said, good, we learned to dance. Well, that's awesome. Didn't you say you were playing Romeo tonight, or was that another day? Hugh said, LOL, Jane. Lotus said, it's all that bacon on Sundays. Jane said, bless you. JH7 said, bless you. And Lucy said, bless you ×3. Well, thank y'all. Thank all 3 of y'all. Tim Daltrey said, do you have a VR headset? It's okay if you don't. Actually, we do. We get motion sick, but we have one. Lotus said, OMG, you're so lucky Maria isn't here. She would never let this go.
No.
I think she watches the lives in the mornings. Daryl said, bless you ×3, R3. Well, thank you 3 times, Daryl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hugh said, I've fallen and I can't get up. You need a life alert button. And Hugh's laughing. Madison said, the fear in his eyes said differently about freaking out. I expected some cuss words. John Deere is laughing at Hugh. Hughes said, laughing at Madison. Lucy said, 1 sneeze means someone's thinking about you. 2 sneezes mean bad luck for a year, and 3 sneezes or more, you're getting sick. I thought it was 3 sneezes mean I'm getting money. I don't get sick, Lucy. Hugh said, man down, man down. Yep. J7 said, I guess if Pops wanted a new chair that bad, well, his dreams came true. Nah, we're going to fix it. J7 said, let's hope the couch doesn't quit, LOL, or you may have to weld the couch to the floor. We
We
got it.
can't get enough donations to get a chair.
Lotus said, but if I said that, it would turn into aluminum because I'm never wrong. Exactly. Just help me be right for once. You know, I got to sleep on the left side of the bed because I'm never right. John Deere said, I think he needs a pick thicker metal next time. Maybe the chair won't take off to the moon again. Lucy said, Romeo is on Monday. Okay, I will do my best to remember that. I have the memory of a Randy. I got hit in the head. Hugh's laughing at JHH. John Deere said hi and said forklift, joking, don't get mad. You're going to do a lot worse than a forklift joke to make us mad. Jane said hi, JJ7. I think she meant JH7. Lucy said, my brother told me sick, but he lies a lot. So, what you're saying is he's a pathological liar? We got to work on that. Lotus said, somebody donate Pops a plus-size chair.
Yeah.
Listen, there was people on TikTok shop talking about, if you're a fat ass and you want a gaming chair, this chair's for you. We need to get that one for him. Daryl said, I get sneezing fit 10 to 15 at a time. And what's that mean? It means you get sneezing fits for 10 to 15 at a time. JH7 said, hi, Jane. Hugh said, lol, Lucy. Layla said, hey, Pitto, you mean clown down right because he's always funny. Lotus said, try crash bar jokes. That works. Yeah. Rusty said, it means you need to wear a mask, Mac. Jay says, I couldn't stop laughing at the chair. I come in, and all of a sudden I'm hearing cracking up people. If you didn't see it in real time, it was hilarious. Hugh said, you need PPE, Daryl. OG Ladron said, what's up, dude? Weesh rapper called OG LL Adron.
I hope we get
Joining
people likes
from
for that.
Wales. Welcome to America Land from Wales. Do y'all speaking like the same way the Wales? Nope. I know you don't. Lucy said, it's okay. I have the memory of my autistic dog. Yes, he is generally autistic. Well, that is unique. My excuse is I got hit in the head. J7 said, I mean, at least the couch is comfortable. It is very comfortable. And that couch was free. Hugh said, hello, Wales. Jane said, welcome, Wales. Daryl said, I do enough, Hugh. Lotus said, Daryl doesn't believe in PPE. Yeah. John Deere said, somebody needs to donate Randy money. Game another cheer. Lumpy Y5B said, hello, folks. Well, hello, Lumpy. Jane said, hit the like button, y'all. I would appreciate it. Daryl said, my mask grows on my face. J7 said, good thing Ghosty isn't here when that happened. Wait a minute. Put a lunch seat from school on the metal pole where the old chair was mounted. Oh, we're going to put that chair back on and see if he breaks it again. Hugh said, man, if Maria and Olivia was here, oh, God. The earth would start spinning backwards and tilt on the other axis. John Deere said, hit the like button, guys. Randy made it made us left today. Laugh. Yeah, we made you laugh. He almost busted his rump. Really, you would have busted the back of your head open if he would have looked straight back. Would have had to call 911, or I would have
No,
just
because
get
that's
your
the
ass
reason I
up.
like the tall back thing. Because that's what caught me. I was leaning against that, I think.
Lotus said, weld a plus-size Kirky with a harness. Keep Randy safe. He's got to start wearing a helmet on the lives, ain't he? We got 6 minutes. Lucy said, I'm sad. I missed it. Hold on. I might have it for you. Let's see here.
We're going to put it up as a short.
Come on, play. Hold on. You see me? I'm fast forwarding. You see him right here. And boop. Oh man. That just made my whole night. SC Johnson, a family company. Let's see here. Where was I? He's gonna be better in there asleep now. Madison said he does need a 5-point harness. I think he does. Lucy said, but it's okay. I still get to laugh about it. Layla said, that's not funny. I thought it was funny. John Deere said, make your dad wear bubble wrap to keep him safe. I'm gonna put him in a bubble. Granted, I probably need it too. Daryl said, or the rip pipe up the chute wouldn't be fun either. That would not have been funny. And I think it's 2-inch pipe, so about fit a raccoon up that pipe. Hugh said, bubble boy. Bubble butt. Bubble butt. Rusty said, too funny, John Deere. Jane said, that's great. Hugh said, rolling on the floor laughing my F&A off. We was Susan. Rolling. Holy crap. Lucy said, I'm sorry, SpongeBob, but it's your own dang fault for sitting in it like that. Madison's crying. John Deere said, that never gets old. Chris Life is laughing as well. Barbie said, hi. Hello, Barbie. Lotus said, we should all send Randy random safety gear. We need 2 pair of fireproof pants. Well, not pants. Shoes. Hugh said, that needs to be a live short. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
That's why I went back and recorded it so I can save it to Google Drive and then save it to my phone. Hugh said, hello, Barbie. John Deere said, right up the pooper. Right up the poop chute. Daryl said, Randy needs to hit the sack before he falls. Again. Yeah, Daryl, I have a feeling I'll be heading to the house, and Daddy probably just turn your premiere on tonight, give you a like, and I think he might be turning in early, buddy. JH said, I saw that and laughed so hard, that's why when Pops is tired, he lays on the couch. That's not a roller coaster or a challenge to see how far back the chair goes. It only goes back so far. I told him that chair was about to break. He said, nah, trust, it's good. Madison sent a laughing disco for 250 joules. Well, thank you, Madison. Curtis Vizinet said, we all need a poor old man. Leave the poor old man alone. Nah, I'm going to keep being mean. Barbie said hi to Hugh, J7, and a hard hat. He has a hard hat at work. Rusty said, I like how Randy's are so laid back. I get worked up a lot more than he does, but I try to be laid back. Lotus said 2 pairs or wooden clog. Gotcha. Well, I mean, Cletus's rule said fireproof or fire retardant shoes. Wooden clogs will do it. Floored for the Lord said JG is making some firewall panels on the live. Cool. Daryl said that chair needs wheelie bars. Apparently. Lotus said, hey, Barbie. John Deere said, I'm just joking, and he filling that chair, I farted joking. Lucy said, is it 7 for you guys, 7 o'clock? Lucy, it is 7:59, so right at 8 o'clock, so you should be around 5 p.m. So you should be approximately 3 hours behind us. John Deere said, funny, Grand Pedo Vic. Lucy said, it's 4:59 for me, so yes, you are 3 hours behind us. But everybody, flip y'all right round. That's going to do it. We're going to end off, still not get quite 50 likes today. But it's okay. We had 25,000 views earlier today. But everybody, I just wanted to say thank you for coming in. Thank you for spending another hour and 40 minutes with us. And if you have a little bit of extra time, swing over to Daryl's at Metal Art Customs. Watch his premiere tonight. But everybody have a great day, great night whenever you're watching this. And remember, keep it silly.
Thank you.